What if I told you that a week's worth of local fresh food from our market here in the north of Thailand would cost you less than one takeout meal in the West? Join us as we do our grocery shopping down at the local fresh market in Chom Thong. It's amazing that here in Chiang Mai province in northern Thailand that eating fresh local food is so easy. Whole unprocessed food is readily available and most of it is costing us less than 50 baht a kilo. That's sort of less than $2 per kilo. And here down in Chom Thong, the market's a little bit unusual. It's separated, it's split two different buildings on either side of the road, but it's a very convenient way for us to do our grocery shopping. At a guess, I'd say there'd be probably 60 to 80 vendors in the two market areas in our local market down in Chom Thong. And we do go to both sides of the market because there's different vendors on each side, like the lady that we buy pineapple from. We eat a reasonable amount of pineapple. It's such a good fruit, so delicious and really good for your digestive system. And this lovely lady cuts it. You can see them there. They cut small pineapples. These are the Chiang Rai pineapples that are small and sweet. And she takes the skin off, cuts the eyes out and cuts it up and sells it by the bag. So she's got some there ready prepared. And she's got a special knife there that gouges the eyes out after she's cut the skin off it. So we like to buy pineapple like that. It saves a ton of time and does not cost much more than buying it with the skin on. We generally don't purchase our meat or chicken or fish at this market. It just doesn't sort of feel right. Pansa's never felt comfortable about buying meat at this market. When we lived in Chiang Mai, she would regularly buy meat at the fresh markets, but for some reason here she's just not comfortable, I think, with the hygiene. And sure, it's better to be safe than sorry when buying meat. And there's also pre-cooked food. There's noodles this lady's putting into bags with some vegetables, some bean sprouts by the look of it, and then little wraps of banana leaf with probably sticky rice and stuff. This was unusual to see. Some bags of apples. They look pretty small and sad. They maybe come from up north somewhere up in the mountains. Apples generally don't grow particularly well in Thailand because it's too warm here for them. And all manner of noodles and fruit. There's watermelons there, lots of veggies, lots of green veggies, and stalls selling chili. There's always an abundance of chili in Thai markets. And red onions and things, and here we're stopping to buy some potatoes and some onions. In the past it was really difficult to get good sized potatoes, but now there's a lot higher quality and also good sized onions too. There's a lot better range of produce now than there was 20 something years ago when I first came to Thailand. And even at the local markets like this in Chom Thong, where I'm not sure where these potatoes would come from, but highly likely they're from up on the mountain, up on Doi Intanon or over in Mae Jam. That's also quite a mountainous region that's not far away, so it's possible that the potatoes and onions come from there. As I know that a lot of the vegetables here and the fruit here at this market are locally produced, locally sourced. And we like that because it means that there's less of a carbon footprint associated with them because there's less transport involved and it's fresher. So looking at bananas, and bananas here, I think we paid 25 baht for these ones, which is less than $1. And typically you can't buy half a bunch of bananas. You can't just buy one or two. You've got to buy the whole bunch. Except I think now 7-Eleven sells individual bananas in plastic bags. It's probably the only fresh food that they sell. This is northern style sausage and barbecued sausage and barbecued chicken portions, chicken wings and things there. That's quite popular. This is not where we buy our sausage from. Pansa's found a local lady that cooks up really good the local northern style sausage that we use on our pizzas. But she is at a different location. And then this, a little side street down next to the other market across the other side of the road. And you've got people here, vendors here, just right on the edge of the market, set up on the street, selling fish, probably local freshwater, fresh fish. And quite a few people just set up with banana leaves down and some rice paddy crabs. So these are the crabs that live in the rice paddies, and people go around and catch them and keep them live so they're extra fresh. I was asking if they were delicious, and she assured me that they were. I said, no, maybe not for foreigners. So.
อร่อยนะ
อร่อยมาก
คิดว่าฝรั่งไม่เคยชอบ
อร่อย
I was saying that she had some riceberry rice and we've run out, so I was wanting to buy some and realised that Pansa had the wallet. I told her I needed to wait for my wife. My wife's got all my money. But good selection of different fruits, different vegetables there, more bananas, and then of course there's bamboo shoots. These are always at the local market, and when it's prepared well, it's absolutely delicious. Then banana leaves and lemongrass, all kinds of things in there. Another meat vendor, they have these old motors from fans that they cut up plastic bags and put them on wires and rotate them slowly to keep the flies off. And this stall here is Kun Nee's shop. Kun Nee is actually a friend of ours. We know her through social circles in Chom Thong, and a few years ago she set up a new stall at the market and appears to be doing very well. And we don't just shop here because she's a friend, but she's always got the best tomatoes. So this day I was buying 5 kilos of tomatoes to make another batch of tomato chutney. But Kun Nee also has really good selection of really nice vegetables. Like I said, her tomatoes are fantastic, but she always has good quality tomatoes, nice large ones, and also a wonderful selection of green vegetables. And she sources all of this locally from up on the mountain. Kun Nee's not a Thai person, she's a Hmong person, and the Hmong are a tribal group that are quite proficient and quite well known for their market gardening expertise. They know how to grow stuff and they know how to get it to the markets and sell it well. And so, Kun Nee's doing a pretty good business here, I think. She's always got a really good variety and it's always very fresh. So we do like shopping here and supporting her business. And for 5 kilos of tomatoes, it cost me 150 baht, which is very inexpensive. That's 30 baht a kilo, which is less than $1 a kilo. And so I'll take these home and cook up a fresh batch of tomato chutney. I'll add garlic and onions and some ginger and some other herbs and spices. And I also will include a papaya, a partially ripe papaya that I'll cook up with it because it just adds a really nice sweetness to the chutney. And a bag of bok choy to take home to cook up as well. This is really nice and very cheap. Kun Nee's always got a selection of bagged produce, pre-bagged produce that's 10 or 20 baht per bag, but you can also pick and choose your own, as I've done with the tomatoes. And so just continuing a walk around the market, finding some lemongrass. We need some more lemongrass to make our lemongrass juice that we really enjoy. We just steep this and boil it for a bit and then make ice cubes from it and drop it in a glass with some water or with some soda, and it's an incredibly refreshing drink and absolutely no need to add anything else to it. We don't put anything else with it. There's no sugar, and it is just fabulously refreshing and delicious. And so these were 20 baht per bundle or 50 baht for 3. So we've bought 3. We'll use 2 for the juice and we'll use the other bunch for planting out. We'll leave it sitting in some water for a week or so to start the roots growing again, and then just plant it and it grows really well. So eventually, within a short time, we shouldn't need to be purchasing any more lemongrass at the market because we'll be growing an abundance of it ourselves. So as you can see, there's plenty of other green vegetables around. These are all seasonal. There's more salad coming in now. And then also, things like seasonings and tofu and sausage. Here's some calamari, some squid. Not sure where it comes from. It's got to be flown in for sure. And then, yeah, all these other like lukchin and sausages that are processed foods that are also sold, packaged and sold here at the market. Always chili, always cucumbers, bags of lime juice there as well, and mushrooms. Always, depending, yeah, sometimes there's a good selection of mushrooms, sometimes there's not many, but you can always find at least a couple of different varieties of mushrooms at the market. Fresh chicken there, more veggies, piles and piles of veggies. And we've noticed this lady recently, we got some parsnips there, but these are cucumbers and they are massive. She was, yeah, she's got 20 written on each of them, so they're 20, 25 baht each, but look at the size of them. Really good. They grow somewhere up in the mountains. I couldn't figure out where she was saying, I didn't catch it. But she said, yeah, they grow nice and slowly because up in the mountains the temperature is a bit cooler, and so they grow more slowly and get larger than they do down here. We've grown really good cucumber recently, but they are smaller than these ones for sure. And Chinese cabbage, regular cabbage, some pre-bagged bits and pieces there, and sometimes, yeah, they've got the pieces cut up in those bowls and they'll bag them up. And it's like a curry mix. Oh, and these are peanuts. These are like a peanut cookie that we've discovered that this lady has them, and they're always like super fresh, super crispy, and totally natural. There'll be no added preservatives or colouring or anything like that in them, and this is the way these days that I prefer to buy snacks. I used to eat, you know, Lay's potato crisps and other snacks like that, but I've gone right off of those now because of all of the chemical and additives and hyper processed nature of them. I'm much happier to purchase some snacks from the local market that have been produced locally by local people. Plenty of options there. The carrots. I used to eat carrots. I used to buy carrots and make carrot juice and a concoction of different things, but decided once that they're all too big and too uniform and too perfect, and they all come from China, and I'm just don't trust them. I've never been able to grow carrots that look anything like that. So I'm always a bit sort of suspect of what's been done to them to grow them to that size and that level of perfection. And here's some bags of pre-packaged curry mixes. This is for a northern style curry, Panso was telling me. And so you can just buy a little bag and that's got everything you need in it, probably except for the chili, but because every Thai kitchen has got chili already. But for the other ingredients that you'll use to make a single batch of curry, they're all there ready in the bags that you can just pick up a bag. The long beans, these are called tua fak yao in Thai, and they're like yard long beans, metre long beans, huge, really nice. I've discovered that our turtles really like eating them. And the crispy pork. And this is bee larva. This is young larva from beehives that is eaten as a bit of a delicacy here. It's usually wrapped up in some banana leaf and barbecued a bit, and it is a bit of a delicacy. And then this green stuff here, I had to ask Pansa what this was. It's apparently an algae that is used in northern style curries sometimes. It's an amazing colour, and it's prepared and used in cooking northern style curries. I've never eaten it. Pansa's told me that she's never actually eaten it either. It's just one of those kind of unusual things that you see sometimes and you're not quite sure what it is. Even after living here so long, I didn't know what this green fluffy stuff was. And these are bamboo bugs. These bugs are bugs that live in the bamboo, and again that's also a northern Thai kind of a delicacy, but not for me, thank you very much. I prefer this one. This is coconut ice cream that's been locally made. This lady makes it herself. She comes here every day and she'll serve up some little scoops of really delicious homemade creamy ice cream, and on top of it she's adding some, I think, dried soya bean or something like that, and a little bit of condensed milk. And then the next tub she's making, she's also added some sticky rice that has been cooked with coconut milk, and this is a really nice combination. So quite a different way of eating ice cream than we're used to in the West. It certainly was never easy to find homemade ice cream to buy in New Zealand, but here it's really easy to get and absolutely delicious and fresh every day. So again, no preservatives, no added junk to it. It's just really good food. Absolutely delicious, and a great way to finish off a visit to the local market.
This for you, Dad.
ครับผม
Down in Chom Thong, we do have some good supermarkets. We've got a Lotus and a big macro store now, and there's also some specialty butcheries, and so we do buy some of our produce there, but not really very often. We do buy our meat in the butcheries, but the quality of the meat can sometimes be a bit questionable, but we feel more comfortable buying it at the butchery store than from the local market. But we do like to grow as much of our own fruit and veg as we can, because then we know there is no chemical added to it. So if you'd like to discover more about what we do here in our organic garden at Suansok Homestay, and even what you can do living in the city growing your own fresh fruit and veg, check out this video here. Thanks very much for watching.